Hi guys, welcome to week 4 of our community group leader lifters. I'm joined here again today by the wonderful Nick Edwards, who is actually in charge of community groups.
Yes,
and
thank you.
sometimes when you're not doing that, you are the campus pastor out in Forney.
Supposed to be at least.
Supposed to be at least.
Yes.
So at this point, if you're watching this video, chances are you are about to have your first community group meeting. So what can we expect in meeting number 1 for them?
Well, first, if they're walking into week 1, we just want to stop and tell you congratulations. We're so proud of you. We're proud of the steps that you've taken to be able to prepare for this very first meeting. I know it's a huge step of faith, and I know that God is going to bless you in these days ahead. So what do you expect week 1? Well, maybe you're a little bit nervous, but don't worry. Everybody that's coming to your group is also brand new. So they don't really know what to expect. If this is their first time in a group,
They're not going to know if you're doing it wrong.
They're not going to know anything different.
Yeah, it's going to be whatever you want it to be.
That's
right?
exactly right. And so everybody's coming in nervous, and everybody comes in with a little bit of anxiety, and everybody comes in with this idea that I have to have a group of really cool people, and so they better be at least as cool as me, but no one's ever really as cool as you are.
For sure. So before they have their first meeting, they'll have picked a place. They'll have told all their friends what their time is. Maybe you created a Facebook page and that's how you're communicating with them. Maybe not. There's lots of different ways you can do that. But when they show up as the leader, what is actually expected of them that first night?
You know, one of the things that our leaders do is they put a lot of pressure on themselves.
Yeah.
That's just unnecessary pressure that they don't have to feel for themselves. And so for that first night, the biggest thing is making sure that people connect to one another.
Yeah.
Help them build some relationships and help them understand we're all on common ground here. Whether you're meeting in a gym or in a elementary school or you're meeting at your work or you're meeting in someone's house, allow people to come in and spend some time just kind of getting to know one another. Actually, we've created kind of an icebreaker for you, and they'll be able to find that at the end of this video.
Yeah, actually, if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see that the link will be down below right under the video. There's a little arrow you hit, and so that'll be available to you. I know a lot of the reason that people have hangups about being community group leaders is that they worry that they have to be Bible scholars. And I know we talked about this before, but could you tell us exactly how that works? They're gonna have a video and a question guide. How does all that work? How should they approach that?
Yeah, so with that adding pressure themselves, what we don't want them to do is feel like they have to be a Bible scholar or a teacher. We've talked about this in some of our other teaching videos, that our pastors are amazing. They are great teachers. So allow them to teach. You're going to have this teaching video that you're going to be able to watch, whether you watch that on your computer or an iPad or a smart TV through YouTube. Allow them to teach. Allow them to do the teaching, and then just walk through the discussion questions and make sure everyone registers and everyone will know the questions that are coming. You're not going to catch anybody blindsided.
Yeah, for sure. So one of the things when he said make sure everybody registers, when you go to clifec.com/detour and everybody in your group registers, they actually will get the same PDF book that you got with the devos that are in it and all the questions, and have access to the videos. So if you have some really eager beavers in your group, they might have actually already watched it. And that's a really good way to prepare so that the conversation kind of flows and they're thinking, because sometimes when you're in a group and you ask a question, everybody sits and stares for like a minute because it's the first time that they're hearing it. Yeah. So, and that's okay too. Silence is not a bad thing, is it?
No, not at all. Allow that silence to kind of sit there for a second, and even joke, going, all right, I asked the question, that means someone else has to answer, and kind of put it out there and going, all right, someone help me out here, and ask for someone. And maybe if you know someone that's in the group and that you're already close to, ask them, hey, will you kind of help me out if kind of things go silent? Would you step in and help get the conversation rolling?
Okay, so how do they wrap up their first meeting?
So a couple things that are important for that first meeting. Make sure you have a plan for the following week.
Yeah.
Make sure you know when you're going to meet, where you're going to meet, know how childcare is going to work, know all of those details. And then another thing that's always important at the end of that first meeting is having a communication plan. As you mentioned it before, is our group going to have a Facebook group that we can be able to communicate there? Are we going to be able to have a group me text stream? Are we just going to text? Are we going to call? What's the plan to be able to communicate with the group throughout the series?
Yeah, so to me, the thing that's most important is the snacks.
Yeah, of course.
So like that, like that's community. Like we all break around food, right? So I don't know if you're in the firehouse, or if you're in the coffee shop, or if you're in the teacher's lounge, or if you're in your home, having something delicious to eat is always a good idea. But
And there's something about holding a Coke, holding a cup that kind of puts a little bit of separation, so it lowers some anxiety for people.
oh, for sure, for sure. Well, anyway, we thank you again, guys, for going through this material. We do have some bonus content for you at the end of this video. So if you are on YouTube, go down below and you will see two things. One is a checklist that our very own Nick has created for you to kind of get you through the to-do list. If you're a person who wants a to-do list about what exactly you should be doing to prep for your group, that link is down below, as well as an icebreaker that we've created specifically for you to use during your group so that you have a get to know you time. Also, I'd like to personally invite you. We're going to have a live Facebook training session. So after your first meeting, if you have some questions about how to proceed forward, we're going to go on Facebook Live on what dates?
It's going to be on Thursday night at 7 o'clock on September 19th.
And you can just hop on. We're going to do it AMA style. That's Ask Me Anything. We're going to be happy to coach you through and answer any questions you have. This is a big deal, and you're doing it, and we're going to be here with you all the way. We love you guys. We'll see you later.